Besties, I did it. I went on the date. I'm back in my home, alive and well. Now that I'm back, it is time to review. High-level notes. Will I see him again? No. Moving forward, how else can I describe my experience? He was nice, but to me, nice is the absolute bare minimum. It's the floor. You need to be nice. You can't just be nice. Everyone's nice. Grow up. Conversation wasn't there. Chat wasn't there. Banter wasn't there. So we will be moving on to the next one. When is the next date? I don't know. Please stay tuned, but I will not be seeing this man again. But we live and we learn, right? So please, on episode 1 of my serial dating challenge, is it me or is it them? It is definitely them in this situation, but let's see what date number 2 has to offer. Thank you.
This is exactly how modern women end up riding the carousel. Okay, this is exactly how modern women end up staying single. Just listen to what she said. It was so telling. Right? First off, she said, oh, went on a date with this guy. Conversation wasn't there. The banter wasn't there. And it's like, well, what about you? Did you contribute to that conversation? Because it sounds like your idea of a conversation is him asking you all about you, but you never asking him about him, right? That is how these one-way conversations happen, which a lot of these modern women tend to have. They're living in such a state of cognitive dissonance that they cannot see that, right? That they have these one-way conversations, and I know you've had them yourself with these girls, where it feels like you're pulling teeth just to have a conversation with them. And it's like you're the one who is asking her all about herself, and all she is doing is talking about herself. And never is she sitting there asking you anything about you. Never is she sitting there inquiring about you, wanting to get to know more about you, your upbringing, your family. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Where are you from originally? Are your parents still married? What was your upbringing like? You know, just random questions. You know, are you close with your dad? Are you close with your mom? You know, these are things that you ask people when you're going on a first date, you're getting to know them. There's two-way communication. It's a two-way street, right? Where it's like ping pong. It's like a game of ping pong where you get the ball, you hit it towards her side, she hits it back. Hit it towards her side, she hits it back. Right? And it just goes back and forth, back and forth. You could have an interesting conversation with literally anybody on the planet if you just do that. If you engage in a back and forth where they ask you a question and you ask them a question. Or they ask you a question, you ask them the same question back. That's called getting to know each other. Okay? And most of my successful dates, and I guarantee most of your most successful dates, women who ended up becoming your girlfriend, did exactly that. The conversation was a two-way street, wasn't it? Where you were like, hey, what type of food do you like? She's like, I like Italian food. What about you? What's your favorite type of food? They're like, I like Mexican food. Oh, okay. What's your favorite dish? Carne asada. What's your favorite dish? Fettuccine. You know, I mean, whatever. It goes back and forth. Right? Where'd you grow up? You know, all this other stuff. If you just engage in a two-way conversation, you can literally have a conversation with anybody that will be friendly, entertaining, and interesting if you're interested in that person. When the conversation is one way and it's all about her, like so many modern women today, right? Especially you guys who do these dating apps, which I warned you about to get off these stupid dating apps because they're not serving you. But I'm not going to jump into that in tonight's coaching video. But you guys, even on these dating apps, right? You message these girls and you're asking them about them. And they're happy to answer your question because it's all about them, isn't it? They're happy to talk about themselves. They'll write paragraphs about themselves. But nowhere in their multi-paragraph response to you do they ever ask you about you. Right? It's always about them. And I guarantee this is exactly her problem. right? Just because I teach this stuff. I'm a dating coach. I've been out there for a long time. I know exactly what she's talking about. I guarantee that's what's happening. Is she is sitting there and she is just narcissistically expecting her date to keep feeding her questions so that she can narcissistically continue talking about herself and talk about what a wonderful person she is and how strong she is, confident she is, and independent she is, and oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that with my life, and oh, I'm gonna get this job, and blah 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 blah. But never once is she asking him, like, so what about you? What are your hopes? What are your dreams? What are your goals? What are you working on? What do you want to do with yourself? You know, what type of music do you like? What's your favorite movie? Do you have a lucky number? What's your favorite color? You know, I mean, just things like that, that you would ask somebody that you're interested in getting to know more about. But when you're a narcissist or a modern woman, same thing these days, same exact thing. You're only interested in yourself. Her problem is she went out with a guy that she just never asked anything about him, and he kept asking about her until he probably ran out of questions, and then she just got bored with it, and then he probably was like, okay, screw you, you're not asking me anything about me, and they probably just sat there, and she was like, that's it, I'm done with this, and then she's like, okay, on to the next one, you live and learn, right? But obviously she didn't learn, because at the end of her rant, she made a point to say this, but I just want to make sure it's, you know, tell you guys, it's not my fault. Clearly, it's their fault. It's not mine. It's a typical modern woman response. No accountability, taking no responsibility whatsoever for anything she did. It's always somebody else's fault. What does that tell you about somebody who can't accept blame for anything? It tells you that they're A, they're weak, B, they're cowards, they're cowardly, and C, they're delusional, right? They're delusional. They're not living in reality, because it's like, girl, you're sitting here acting like your shit don't stink, and just based on your rant, it clearly does, right? And you can't even see it. She can't even sit there and listen to what she's saying. I mean, the chick's a hypocrite, right? She's talking about like how it's him, and oh, he's not bringing any banter to the table, and it's like, well, what did you bring to the table? Did you even try? Did you even try to engage this guy in a conversation? Did you even try to make the date better or more fun? They just want to be able to show up to the date, you do everything, you become the dancing monkey boy, you entertain her, you make her laugh, engaged mentally and all this, while she just sits there with her popcorn as if it's, you know, she's watching a movie or something. And she doesn't have to put in any effort. No, nobody wants a chick like that. And this is how I know this chick is going to just continue to remain single. And she looks like she's already nearing her 30s. So she's nearing that that inevitable wall. It ain't going to get any easier, right? Once she hits that wall, it ain't going to get any easier, because she's not going to have her selection, as wide a selection in men that she does currently. Okay, I don't know what her selection's like. I don't find her attractive, but she probably has guys that want to go out with her, but she's not going to have the option she has now in the next few years, because once she turns magic 30, man, it's all downhill from here, you know. And sadly, she's just, her level of entitlement will just grow even more, like I see a lot of these modern women do. It's crazy, guys, it's crazy. But that's what happens when you're a narc, right? And you have no self-awareness, and you constantly blame shift, and you fail to see any of your own shortcomings, but instead you place like most of your focus on everyone else's, and you never contribute, right? You never contribute. Like a lot of these girls who end up becoming the DG, a lot of these girls who end up riding the carousel, or that just can't hang on to a man, the reason why they can't hang on to a man is because they never contribute, right? What do you contribute to this relationship? Even if you're just going on a date, what are you bringing of value that would make this person want to go forward? Or is it all about you? Because if it's all about you, no man, especially no high value man, is ever going to put up with that. Which is why these girls remain single, because that's what they want. They want the high value guys. But what they fail to understand is high value guys don't date women who make everything about them. High value guys want a woman who we'll at least meet them halfway and make it about us. Let's both take this leap together. Let's both go 50-50. It can't be this like 80-20 or 90-10 like a lot of these modern females expect you to do. They expect you to just sit there while you do all of the work, while you do all the heavy lifting, while they bring absolutely nothing to the table other than, again, lots of pride, lots of arrogance, lots of ego, lots of mouthiness, lack of femininity. Right? A lot of these chicks can't even be feminine. It's like, why do you want a dude if you want to act like a dude? And this is how I know these chicks are just going to stay single for the rest of their days, right? They're just going to stay single. And it's no surprise that a lot of these girls are already like closing in on that wall and they're still single. What does that tell you? You know, if a guy hasn't put a ring on that finger, what makes you think that some guy will magically put a ring on her finger after she crosses that threshold of 30? Because once a high value guy hears that number, that 30, it's gonna be like, woo, you know, even 29 is like, whoa, wait, next year you're gonna be 30, you know, it's getting up there, you know, and you could tell yourself like, no, he's wrong, but statistically, I'm not wrong, I'm right, right? And a lot of women don't like to hear that. They get angry at me, they even attack me, right? like send me hate messages and stuff because I'm basically spouting the statistics. Why don't you go to Stanford where they did this original research? Or why don't you call up Newsweek and go send them hate mail? Because that's where I got this stuff. Right? Why don't you go attack their editors? Oh wait, that editor was female. Why don't you go attack her? As always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Let me know what you think of her rant as well as my own. Share anything I might have missed below, anything you want to share with the tribe. And I always love to see you guys in my comments. I always love to read them. Always very entertaining. So drop those comments below. I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets, signing out here from my garage with the DeLorean. And don't forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you subscribe. So please make sure you're subscribed to my channel as well. So it helps with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I'm teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, same exact type of women that myself and my students all over the world are out there cold approaching every single day. And I kid you not, every single day we're making things happen, and I want you to join us. I want you to become one of us. And right now, it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me. It's just $1. It's really easy to sign up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you could get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.